Welcome back to Ferocious Education, this is Zed. Today, we're going to be talking once more about Vinco Ventures. In this video, we're going to be talking about the ticker BBIG. I did talk about it before, but today we're bringing new pieces to due diligence, technical analysis, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. My previous video is in the description below for BBIG, but we do have some latest news not shown on recent news, but shown in SEC filings. We're going to go into that in a second. First off, the eNFT platform. Now, if you just Google NFT Tory Lanez, you might have a bit of trouble. So it's e-nft.com as shown over here. And basically, if you've never heard about Vinco Ventures is a leader in selective acquisition, leveraging new market opportunities by utilizing the BIG strategy. So it's buy, innovate, and grow. And one of their companies that they bought before is a streaming NFT platform. And this streaming NFT platform had Tory Lanez album NFT put up. The price varied all around. Well, first off, they released 1 million copies at $1 each, but the price in terms of the marketplace that they're offering really varied all the way around. It went from anywhere from $1.50 up to $5 in the last week or so. Now, in terms of other things such as trends, so I try to see, well, what is the buzz relating towards this NFT album? So first off, I searched eNFT. This is worldwide, by the way, so all my searches on the trends are worldwide. In the last 30 days, it's been kind of dropping down, but you get to see the peak was on August 12th, and then another one on August 68th, and then down on August 28th and September 1st. Seems to be some activity there. Now, the highest interest region is Australia, then Canada. And then I went for NFT album. So the first one was eNFT. This is NFT album. NFT album has started to lose a little bit of its trend. I mean, its strongest was again August 11th, and then now the second one was August 25th. Now it's currently very much on the 15% relative on the interest over time. This is relative, by the way. It's not 15 people. And another one is Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez popularity didn't really drop, but I mean August 10th and August 11th and all that stuff from to August 15th, there was a lot of attention in relations towards that NFT, so his name was Googled multiple times. And then later on was on August 24th, so August 24th was close towards the release date to start with, so that could be it in that sense. And then you got Tory Lanez NFT. So that was Tory Lanez just in general. And Tory Lanez NFT, you get to see that August 25th was a really massive kind of search trend before that August 12th. Currently, it's a little bit lower, but if we were to take a look into the 7 days, kind of this gives you almost an hourly perspective. You see the peak was closer towards August 31st. Currently, there's some attention, but not a lot. But it's still, there is a lot of search relating towards it. But I'm thinking in terms of people getting more attention towards NFTs or ENFTs, this might just take time and some media. But you're able to see the next one here is upcoming NFT drops as the related queries. So you're able to see Bored Ape Yacht Club and other ones, but upcoming NFT upcoming NFT drops, that seems to be still on a buzz. Now, if you were to take a look into the past 30 days, not just the 7 days, the biggest search was on August 27th. And I'm guessing this is in relation towards people want to either flip or buy the next NFT and seeing some success relating towards the eNFT.com Tory Lanez's album. Now, there's no information about the actual next NFTs, but you get what I'm trying to relay here in terms of that success. Now, there's also Drake NFT searches, and I'm not sure what that is in relation to, and Logan Paul NFTs. So, there's that. Now, before moving on forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on for this channel. If you're on mobile, that should be in the bottom. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video if you actually enjoyed this video so far, and you can join our Discord totally free in the description below. Now, in terms of SEC filing, they are offering some shares. So this one here was on the 3rd of September, and they were talking about the resale of around 22 million shares. Just on the same day earlier, it was around 44 million shares additional, so around almost 66 million shares. And there was also warrants that might be exercised. They have an exercise price of $9 per share, around 2 million shares additional. But the general aggregate of these warrants are around 20 million shares, so that might add to the flow as well. And it probably would be mentioned in the next quarter, and the result or effect of this one would be seen in the next quarter. Now, in terms of insiders and institutional buyers, institutions haven't touched this one yet. Insiders have been a bit quiet. In terms of the short shares available, you're able to see there's 100,000 shares available for short selling in that sense. And on the other part here is the borrow rate. It's at a staggering around almost 80%, to be precise 79.67%. This is incredibly high. Now, when a short borrow rate is this high, every day counts for short sellers, and that can easily get short sellers to cover and get out, because 79.67% is quite a lot, and it's unlikely that this stock might drop that much soon enough to make it worth their while. Now, in terms of the short volumes ratios, you're able to see it's currently decreasing from somewhere between 60 up to 60 back on the 30th of August to the last 2 days hovering around 45%. So it literally dropped down because of the price action volatility, as well as some brokers not being comfortable putting people on margin with short selling in this stock. So it could mean that you're squeezing the short sellers out in that sense, and at the same time short sellers are trying to recognize that this is not a worth fighting battle. So let's move on towards technical analysis now. First thing here I want to show you is a technical analysis. There's a few mixed things, but first off, I do want to show you the moving averages. The moving averages here, which is basically the price action currently in relations towards historical price action. We're able to see that this is very bullish. The 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA, and the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA. Might sound gibberish to you, but it is showing a really bullish price action. And the 80X, which is average directional index, it shows you kind of a strength of a price action. You're able to see that this one is signaling in above 30, so 31.25 to be precise. Between 30 and 35, it suggests that there's a very strong trend that has an ability to go even stronger. And the willing percent R is actually retracted towards the neutral from the overbought, showing that this is almost an equal tug of war between buyers and sellers. And the MACD retracted just a little, showing you a momentum retraction as buyers are less aggressive at this point and perhaps sellers are a bit more aggressive. Now, when I'm talking about buyers and sellers, I'm talking about buyers in terms of covering and buying and long, and selling and short selling, and selling as a long investor. So all that keeping in mind. Now, in terms of the stochastic fast and stochastic slow, the stochastic fast is telling you to be careful where the next support is, because if it does break it, it might drop. The stochastic slow is telling you there might be another leg up for this one. Now, in terms of the Bollinger Bands and all that other stuff, what you're able to see is that it's still going upwards, and it's within the Bollinger Bands between 8.94 and 45 cents, or negative 45 cents. But it doesn't mean much, because the wide range isn't really applicable for the bottom part anyway. And volumes have been dropping just a little on Thursday and Friday, showcasing that this might be coming in towards the dangerous zone. On the Fibonacci retracements, and this is used by institutional buyers, and that's important to understand where these points are, the current very strong support is at 70 or 7.78 cents, below there 6.51, 5.23, and 3.66. The resistances are at 9.59 and 11.90. Now, in terms of price line action though, we're able to see that price point at 7.78 is in fact a very strong support. And if we were to take a look into, let's say, a 30-minute perspective in the last 1 month, keep in mind that it has been testing the 7.78 support / resistance in the after hours, so that's very important to see into the morning. So other than that, there is a few points, such as 7.73 being another resistance there, and then 8.01, and then going towards 8.25, and then around 8.45 going upwards to 8.79, and then 9.39, and then upwards to 9.95, and then 10.33, and then 10.52 going up to 10.87. Supports though, we're able to see one at 7.65, and then going downwards to 7.12, and then downwards to 6.95, and then downwards to closer to, I would say, around 6.69, and then it does drop quite a bit to 6.02, and then from there on around 5.01 and down to 4.25. Now comes to the question to Ed, what do you think is going to happen here? Now, I definitely think that there is some volatility towards this stock. You can trade it up or perhaps sell and just buy a lower. Either way, the price can move and that is an important thing to understand where the supports and resistances are. But in this part of the chart, it does look like it's a point where it can either really go either way very strongly. And what I'm seeing here is that there is some selling action followed by some buying action, and I do think that every time it does drop and reaches a critical support, it does seem to bounce right back. And if there is still more attention in terms of retail, it really can bounce back, but it does feel like the attention is slowing down a little. You can also see by the number of views on this video compared to the previous ones for BBIG, it is going smaller probably, and that shows you that there is less attention or less attention towards watching information about BBIG, and usually that just means people are losing span or attention span relating towards the stock, as it's not giving them massive returns this fast, and perhaps even losing hope. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.